Good morning, fifth graders. It's Mr. Rindo. This week's focus strategy. I will use an addition connection to help me subtract fractions and mixed numbers. So we have a problem on the board here. 6 and 1/3 minus 2 and 3/5. Now, before I do any subtracting or any connections of any sorts, the first thing I'm going to do is rename both of these numbers so that I have common denominators. So in this situation, I'm going to take this 3 and multiply it by 5, and I'm going to take the 5 and multiply it by 3. Now, whatever I do to my denominator, then I have to do the same thing to my numerator. So I'm going to do 1 by 5, and then 3 by 3. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rename both of these mixed numbers. So now we have 6 and 5/15 minus 2 and 9/15. So there, common denominators always makes fraction problems easier to understand. So now that we've done that, now I'm going to go ahead and use the addition connection that we talked about last week in class to help me solve this problem. Every subtraction problem has an addition connection. So an easier example, if I were to say, hey, what is 10 take away 6? You would say, oh, that's the same thing as saying 6 plus something equals 10. And so we're going to use that same connection with this problem. So if we're doing 6 and 5/15 minus 2 and 9/15, I'm going to use the addition connection. That is the same thing as saying that 2 and 9/15 plus some number will give us a total of 6 and 5/15. And now that I've written that out that way, I'm going to use a number line to model that process. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a number line that has 2 and 9/15 right here. And on the other end has 6 and 5/15. Because now I can use this number line to find out how much we would add to 2 and 9/15 to make 6 and 5/15. So in this situation, what a lot of people like to do is they like to get themselves to the closest whole number first. So we want to get ourselves to 3. And in order to do that, we have to ask ourselves how much 9/15 needs to become another whole. So in that situation, we would end up adding 6/15, and that would get us to 3. Now that we're at 3, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves to 6. So that means that we would add 3 wholes. And then for our final step, from 6 to 6 and 5/15, we would have to add 5 more 15ths. So in this situation, we have our answer. We have the difference. We know that we added 3 wholes, 6/15, and then 5/15, which means all together, we had to add 3 and 11/15. And that right there is our answer. When you are subtracting, we are finding the difference between two numbers. And the difference between 2 and 9/15 and 6 and 5/15 would be 3 and 11/15. All right, let's try one more problem. And this one we can go a little bit quicker because this is the same type of problem. We're going to use the same type of connection. So first things first, 3 and 1/4 minus 1 and 5/8. We're going to go ahead and do some common denominators. This time, I'm not going to multiply the 4 by 8 and the 8 by 4 because I see that if I multiply the 4 by 2, that I can get my common denominators by having them both be 8s. So I'm going to do times 2 times 2, and I'm going to rename 3 and 1/4 as 3 and 2/8. And now I'm going to leave the other one alone. So it's going to be 1 and 5/8. So now that we have our common denominators, I'm going to go ahead and model the addition connection. 3 and 2/8 take away 1 and 5/8 is the same thing as saying 1 and 5/8 plus some number will give us a total of 3 and 2/8. And so I want to model that on a number line. So over here, I'm going to put my 1 and 5/8. And over here, I'm going to put 3 and 2/8. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start doing some jumps. Now, on this problem right here, I'm going to do something different because you can do more than one kind of jump. Instead of jumping to get myself to the closest whole number, instead of jumping to 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add as many wholes as I can. So in this situation, if I add 1, that's going to get me to 2 and 5/8. But if I add 2, that would get me to 3 and 5/8, which would actually be too far. So I can't go too far. So the first thing that I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start by just adding 1 whole. And actually, I should maybe make that go back a little bit. I kind of give myself a little more room. I'm going to add 1 whole like this. Because when I do that, that's going to get me to 2 and 5/8. So now we're pretty close, but now that I'm at 2 and 5/8, now I'm going to go ahead and get myself to 3. So to get from 2 and 5/8 to 3, I would need 3 more eighths. And then to get myself from 3 to 3 and 2/8, I would need 2 more eighths. And in this situation, now we can see what the difference is. We had to add 1, 3/8, and then 2/8, which gives us a total difference of 1 and 5/8. So this is one method of subtracting. We also talked about borrowing, and that is the method that we will probably see in another one of these review videos. But right now, what's actually really important to me is that we remember that every subtraction problem we have ever solved has always had an addition connection to it. And we want to remember that we can use that connection to help us solve those problems. All right, guys, I created a small little review packet for you to work on. Go ahead and give it your best shot. The answers will be on the back side so that you can self-check. Have a happy week of school. All right, bye, guys.